Okay, so behind me you'll see a bit of a pier. Right now they're doing some traditional yoga there. For the better part of this week at about 10 o'clock you would have heard probably rock music. So I'm talking like Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, maybe a little bit of Dr. Dre and Eminem thrown in there. Because this is actually where I've been for the past week for the DDPY 2019 retreat. And so I've got a new hat. So currently they're doing traditional yoga back there. I'm trying to make sure I don't get any people in the shot. Of course, this is not your typical style of yoga. Oh, I guess they're finishing people walk up here now. So there was I heard about 58 people in total. So absolutely fantastic experience. I'm going to try to thank some of the people. I know I'm going to probably forget a few of them. If you've done DDPY for a while, you probably know who Arthur is. Got to meet him as well as Vance. A lot of other people who have been, I guess you almost want to call them lifers. So people like George, Christina, Karen, Trina, Lenny, Bob, Melba. And I'm going to forget a bunch more in this process. Well, of course, Lexi, Brenda, Dallas. And we'll see it's about 8:45 on a Saturday, and it's already getting incredibly humid out, as you can tell from how much sweat I've had from walking around. This is at the El Dorado Casitas Royale. Beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place. We did have a little bit of light rain here and there, but when you're in Cancun, not a big problem. So we're actually right on the Gulf, so we actually worked out on a pier in the Gulf, which was great. So when the breeze picked up, it didn't feel like it was 100% humidity and like 98 degrees. So food, fantastic. This place was created by people much more ecologically based. So you're gonna have much more artisanal bites. So if you want to come to a place and just gorge yourself on food, not really the place for you. But if you want to have some really fantastic food here, this is obviously a place to go to. We actually got to rent out a full enclave. So we had a whole section to ourselves. So we got to close down the pool for our own individual pool parties, which again was fantastic. So of course I also want to thank Sally and Joy, the people who really helped from Travel Smiths. We did a fantastic job getting everything set up, getting all of us here. Lomas Travel as well for handling the transportation to and from the airport itself. Food here was fantastic. Lots of different styles of cuisines. I actually had really good curry, which you normally don't think you're going to have a really fantastic bowl of Indian curry at a East Asian restaurant called Kampai in the middle of Mexico. Chicken was fantastic. Seafood, you could tell that it was caught either the night before or the day they were going to serve it to you. Just absolutely fantastic time. So, nightlife here, it's not as wild and crazy as you'd expect some places in Cancun. I think that you can tell this is much more of a laid-back sort of retreat. We did get to go on a greenhouse tour, which was nice. They actually do a lot of their own produce on site, which is actually really cool. They do a lot of their own composting. So when you're walking around, they don't really have garbage cans. They, instead of recycling cans, also have a compost bin attached to them, which, being someone who recycles and composts a lot, that was absolutely fantastic. So this was a fantastic experience if you're someone who wants to, one, come to an exotic location, two, if you want to do some DDPY. We had people here getting their own yoga mats. One of the people who joined us was I think she's a 74-year-old woman who'd never done yoga in her life, named Patricia. She did a beautiful job just doing work on the chair, and then actually ended our farewell party with doing a really beautifully well-crafted poem for Dallas. You can tell it touched him significantly, which was great. If you never got a chance to meet DDP, I do definitely recommend that you do meet him. Incredibly down to earth. I mean, he's teaching what it is that he's done to keep himself up and moving, and it's fantastic. So, try not to get choked up a little bit on this because it was a really fantastic experience. So if you have the opportunity to do so, I do definitely recommend it. The location here is absolutely beautiful. Again, it's the El Dorado Royale Casitas. It's also generations. So even though what we're at is adults only, if you do want to bring children, there's a generations resort, which is on the other end of the property, which is all ages, which is really nice. And I think they're also in the process of building a Nickelodeon add-on. So they're gonna have lots of room if you want to bring kids. You know, you can have kids. I think they got things set up so the kids can do stuff during the day. While if you wanted to come, you know, get your sweat on, then you easily, of course, can do something like that, which is fantastic. And great spa services too. So that's about all I'm gonna say from this. This was a fantastic week. It's also my 10-year anniversary. Roughly about a month off, but if you had the opportunity to do so, I definitely recommend something like this. This was an absolutely fantastic experience.